Hello and welcome to Brax will let you know, where we're using the voices in this world for the change we need in the world. Today I have a very special guest. Care to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Anasha Milton. I am from Fort Wayne, Indiana, but I am now living in Los Angeles, California.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. So to begin our little segment, I'm gonna be reading a quote to start us off, and it reads: "To live, to truly live, we must be willing to risk, to be nothing in order to find everything, to leap before we look." So today we're going to be talking a little bit about taking a leap of faith. And Anasha was one of the first people I knew from college who actually went full fledged and like followed her dreams and did what she did needed to do to do that. And it's been awesome to watching her journey through YouTube and also Instagram and social media, but also like checking in every now and then to make sure she's good. So yeah, thank you again for joining us. And I have some questions for ya. And so the first question is going to be when you hear the term taking a leap of faith, what comes to mind?
Um, Honestly, hearing that term for me, it just means like just going with your gut instinct. Taking a leap of faith is like, you might not have the resources or all the answers or anything like that, what's next, but you're going to do it anyway because this is something that you really want for yourself.
So oftentimes, I feel like some people are sort of afraid to take that initial first leap or first step. So what was like your first sort of rip the band-aid moment to take that leap to moving and following your dreams?
So I would say, like, oftentimes as dancers or maybe even as women, or just like while we're young, we start to feel like we're running out of time. Like, we're like, okay, we're only getting older, and we only have so much time to really like hit our goal or chase our dreams. Like, they tell you to do this and that while you're young and while you don't have kids and like all of that. So I feel like that was part of it. And then just talking to other people, especially talking to people like in my hometown and stuff, they're like, a lot of people were like, just go, like, just go. My
Mhm.
family, they've never really had someone like, like go off to college or like move to another state at that. So like they were more like, oh, just wait, save your money, because there was some uncertainty. But talking to a lot of other people, they're like, just go. Like, you're never gonna have enough money saved up. You're never gonna be ready. You're never gonna have this or that. But you have to just go and do it. And like that for me, it was just like, okay, like it's now or never. Like, how long am I gonna keep pushing it off? Like, and make excuses? Like, I'm like, just go.
Yeah. And so, how have you seen yourself grow or evolve thus far within that? Um, Whether it's from taking that leap or like now, like settling into that leap. Um, does that make sense?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So um I feel like I've grown into myself more. I've, started to become, more comfortable with myself within. I know a lot of the times on the outside, like when people see me, they're like, oh my gosh, she's really like bold, she's really confident. But inside, like, I didn't feel that way. Like, I didn't feel, like I was like the most confident person, and I was like so
mhm.
out there, even though I was projecting that and other people saw that and they saw me as this like confident woman who's like will do whatever, like, yes, but at the same time, like, I had to like dive into the inner me
Mm.
and find who I really was and what I love to do and who I really am. And stripping away like all my friends, my family, like all my resources and everything I've ever known in my life, to move to this new city with like complete strangers, again, like not knowing anyone. That was for
Uh-oh.
sorry. Okay. That was the time to, reflect on me and who I am as a person and what I want for my life.
Yeah. And I
Sorry, I don't know
saw,
where that.
oh, that's cool. And I saw your video not too long ago of you, it was days before your birthday. And it got me thinking about like the concept of when we decide to take the leap, oftentimes we forget about the fall or like the drop. And that can be most of like the fearing times or like the most hesitant times. And I saw a quote recently, and it was right before it was a few days before I asked you, and I was like, what perfect timing. And it was like saying how even when we do take the fall, like we always seem to grow wings right before we hit the ground. And I was like, wow, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Because now like you're here, and I saw the video and you're in a very vulnerable state, but like seeing you smile now and like seeing you evolve and grow, like you've been able to grow some wings from that. So it's been dope to see.
Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And it is hard. That's the thing. Like people expected, like when I moved, like I got some like, oh my gosh, like you're gonna be famous, like this and that's gonna happen. First of all, it was the hardest year of my life. Not only was just, the move a big thing, because I was moving to, again, a new state where I didn't have anything, know anyone, but not to mention the year we went through in 2020, with COVID, like changing all of our lives, with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, like, and just kind of going through that alone. And like, it was just a lot. There was a lot packed into 2020 to just all go, to go through that all at once. Yeah. It was hard. But again, like I felt like that helped shape me into who I am and to like discover, more about myself. So.
Yeah. Is there any like advice you can give to like coping through that sort of what's the term? I guess the state of uncertainty. Like how are you able to cope through that?
Honestly, I feel like it's going to be different for everyone. Everyone has their own way of coping and dealing with things. I feel like I'm someone, I don't like to like be super emotional all the time. I usually, bottle stuff in, but with that, like I learned to tap into my emotions. Like I am more vulnerable now, and I'm more open to being like, hey, I feel this way, or I'm not afraid to like show my feelings, or if I need to cry. And then just really diving into those things that you love, like holding on to that, whether it's like dance, listening to music, any other type of, artistic form, those type of things, just like really diving into that. But most of all, like letting yourself feel those feelings and just like soaking that in a way, and understanding that, and like, really feeling what that feels like, I feel like is important. Like, don't just like hide those away. Like I didn't like, turn to other things. Like some people do, and that's their way of coping. Like whether, some people hide it with like drinking or partying. Like, I don't know. I'm someone that like really likes to feel my emotions, because then I can like start to dissect them and understand them. So I feel like that's a big part of it.
I saw the video of you dancing into your it was like when you were dancing in the studios, and like the way you stuck out was like, and I don't know if you're doing this, because it kind of brought up the point of maybe directing that energy and that emotion to your dance, because in the dance it was a contemporary dance, and I saw the emotion on your face. And I was wondering, like, did you happen to use that energy through dance to sort of cope or like navigate your way through that?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because those times where, I was feeling sad or upset, like I would go take a dance class, and then like you just feel so free. And I was, there are times when you're in your head in a class and you're like, oh my gosh, everyone's so good. Like, are people looking at me? Oh, I messed up. But I love contemporary dance, and in that style, I feel like I can kind of block out everything around me. And that's when I feel like, I'm the only person in the room, and like,
no,
I'm
you
dancing.
Literally looked like you're the only person in the room. Like it was so dope to see.
Thank you. Yeah. So I kind of like channel that, and like, I know that that's my like home, and I can, always feel connected there. So
Yeah. Awesome. So my last question is, if you feel comfortable sharing, what is the next big leap for you look like?
honestly, I am working on a lot right now
Hmm.
because, like I said, this year has been hard. And I don't I love dance. I do. I love dance, and I don't know how like safe it is. Like there's still classes, there are outdoor classes, and like I'll go take those from time to time, but I'm still trying to navigate this whole like, okay, what is my part in this? Like what should I be doing? Like am I risking other people, although we're wearing masks and stuff? Like am I risking other people if I'm taking class? Like should I not be doing this? Should I be doing this? Because this is what I want to do, this is what I moved here
Right.
for. So I'm trying to navigate my like plan B, because obviously we've been going through this for a while. So I am trying to navigate my plan B into like like maybe find a ways to still dance, to still make videos, ways that are safe. But I'm also I've made a couple of like clothing items, like some t-shirts and stuff like that. So yes, I'm diving into other creative art forms. So yeah, I'm super excited about that, and
Wow,
I'm
I
gonna
love
like
that.
share soon once I'm kind of. But yeah, I made some clothes.
Period.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Wow,
yeah,
I'll definitely be looking out
I'm
for it.
excited.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm excited for you. And then my
Yeah.
last question that I ask everyone is, any advice, any life advice or anything?
Um. Honestly, it sounds, I feel like, so cliche, but just like if if you feel something in your gut or in your heart, like go for it. It's never gonna be easy. But you know yourself, and I've always been the person to say like, why not? Why not just try it and see how it goes? Because then you're just gonna live your life like with the what ifs. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, we are young. This is our time. Or even if you're not young, like it's never too late to like start something new or try something. Like honestly, just go for it and see what happens. If it doesn't work out, like you can always fall back to like what you were doing before. Like you move back to your homestay or whatever. Like there's always that safety net. But yeah, just go for it.
Beautiful. Wow, thank you again. So today we talked about taking a leap of faith, and we had beautiful Miss Anasha tell her story. Thank you again for that, and I hope that it resonated with someone out here. Um, if there's any way someone wants to contact you or like look at your material or art form, how can they reach you?
Honestly, all my stuff is at the real Anasha, Anasha. Whether that's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of it's the same. So it's super easy. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you again for tuning in for Brax Let You Know, and I will see you next time.
Yeah.